What's up, guys? We've got a anti-LSD film from 1969 that we're gonna react to. If you like this, please subscribe, comment, like, everything that below, and let's get right into it. Intro. I'm hooked.
I first dropped acid when I was 18. I was over at these people's house one night. This guy I went to school with was over there and asked me if I wanted
Did you see that? That was a joint. That's not how you take acid.
to try some acid. I had read about it in the newspapers and heard a few friends talk about it, so I was curious. I was pretty jacked up on marijuana, so I decided to try it.
Jacked up on marijuana. Let's go.
And I dropped it. I don't know what I was waiting for, a flash or a rush or whatever, but I kept sitting there waiting and nothing was happening. So I got up and then went to the dresser and put on a pair of pink capris and a green and brown blouse. I thought the colors were beautiful. So we tripped down.
That was accurate because one of the symptoms or the common effects, let's say, of LSD is increased intensity of colors and things. Anyway, a little bit of treat.
Down to Market Street, and I decided to buy a hot dog.
Okay. Spooky.
I was very hungry, and I had put mustard and ketchup and relish in the usual, and I put the hot dog up to my mouth, and somebody started screaming. I didn't know what was happening, so I looked up at my friend Terry and said, "Did you hear that? Didn't you hear someone scream?" He said no. I got the hot dog up to my mouth again, and I was ready to bite, and the scream got louder. And it hit me. No, it couldn't be. And I looked down at the hot dog, and there was a face on him.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Okay, fact check here. Typical experiences generally with LSD is that it's not like you're going to look at a table and an apple is going to be there that isn't already there. It's not like it creates hallucinations exactly. It's more like an augmentation of the characteristics that something already has. So, for example, color will get more vibrant, right? Or textures will feel more textury. You'll have more precision in how you can feel it. And the increased synaptic connections in your brains means that different areas are talking to each other that aren't normally talking. So you can almost hear something that you see or see something that you feel. And synesthesia, which is a connection between different senses, can occur due to it. Now, what are the chances that an entire object is going to turn into a different other object? That is not a common occurrence on LSD. If you're in really high doses, it can get very intense and more crazy things can happen, but it's not like everything's going to be fine and then boom, something changes like that. There's going to be a lot of other physiological body sensation effects before you ever get to that point, you know? So set and setting matter. Her intentions going to this seemed to be to have fun, you know, that nothing wrong with that. And then the setting was they went out into the world and ordered food. Nowadays, you just Uber Eats that stuff, so you don't have to go and interact around different people and different, you could say, energies or atmospheres and different spaces, you know. So let's keep going.
Eyes, nose, a mouth. I had put the ketchup to where it looked like his hair. And he started telling me that I couldn't eat him. That he had a wife and 7 kids at home to support. And I stood there with his hot dog and asked Terry, "Do you know this hot dog is talking to me?" And he says, "Nah, let's get out of here." He thought I was just faking. And I told him, "Look at the thing, he's got a face, and he's screaming." And the guy finally looked over and he got on the same trip that I was on. And we sat there carrying on a conversation with that hot dog.
That's kind of cool.
Finally, I decided I was just hallucinating, so I put it in my mouth and bit down. so loud that you could hear it all over town, so I had to throw it on the ground and step on it. And I was jumping on this hot dog in the middle of Market Street. I realized that I had murdered it. And I took off screaming down the street, scared.
Very cinematic. Honestly, that was very cinematic. I enjoyed that. That was fun. I feel like you're probably not gonna have that happen to you, and yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. That's pretty ridiculous. Also, it's kind of exaggerating the screams and everything. You know, I imagine if you have a sense that things are alive that aren't normally alive. A lot of people on psychedelics, when they go into a forest, they have this sense of connection and aliveness to nature, and those things are alive, right? I don't know about a hot dog, but maybe if there were an inclination that a hot dog were an alive thing, there might actually be an insight there for you around the origin of food, right? And what maybe you have beliefs around being a vegan, or maybe you're thinking about being a vegan and you'd like to, or you're trying to be a vegan and you find yourself going back to food, going back to meat, and then maybe when you go to find meat, it's like just this visceral sense of aliveness, of murder comes into your consciousness, and you're kind of projecting that onto it. It's not that you're necessarily like seeing the hot dog being alive, but you're like, how could I eat this thing? I have this felt sense that this is wrong, might be more the experience. You know what I mean? It's not going to be like you just committed murder on some like troll thing, but I don't know, maybe it could. If you've ever experienced a hot dog turning into a troll, leave a comment below. Let me know. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.